What's going on, everybody? This is part 3 of our generator review, and on this one what we're going to do is we're going to access the air filter and show you guys how to get to it. It's pretty tedious to get to it. I was told in the previous comments that it wasn't easy, and there were special instructions on how to get to it. So I was curious, and I tried it myself, and definitely I think it warrants a video. So I've already pulled most of the bolts out, and I just got the panels popped in. I wanted to just make it shorter for you guys. You guys don't have to watch me point like over 20 bolts out of this thing. But we'll definitely go through it and show you exactly how to get to it. All right, let's start by removing the covers. So like I said previously before, I've already removed the majority of all the bolts on this panel, and on the front panel here. All right, do that. All right, come over here. On this side here, you'll have to remove here, 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 and here, and one here. Also, all 8mm bolts. Once you remove all of those, you'll have 2 retention clips on each side here that attach this cover to this one here. So you're just gonna pull, get that off of there. You'll see what I'm talking about. One clip here, one clip here. Put it to the side. All right, next we're gonna remove that front dissipator on the front of the generator right under the control panel. That's held on by 4 additional bolts after you get that cover off. I've got just 2 holding it in place because once you take those bolts off, you'll have a few harnesses going to it, and I didn't want it falling off when we pulled that cover off. So let's go ahead and take that off right now and set it gently on the floor. Move this out of the way. Carefully, you see how it wants to fall out. Carefully get it out of there. As you can see, it does have these harnesses here. Okay. All right. Now, the last cover needs to be removed is this cover here on the side. So I've already got all the 8mm removed, and the cover's loose already, but it won't come out because you've got to remove both wheels on this side. So this one here is your 10mm to remove the wheels. So you're going to have to switch from that 8 to the 10mm. We'll go ahead and do that. These have already been pre-loosened by me, so they'll be easier. On this one here, just slide it off. Just make sure you note the orientation. This is the inside part of the wheel. You see it's got spacer on it. It's offset, I'm sorry, and mounted on bearings, sealed bearings. So we'll put that to the side with its 10mm bolt and washer. We'll come on over to here. This one's got 3. So you've got this one right here, and you've got 2. You've got one through this hole in here, and you've got one right here. And that'll loosen the wheel and the brake assembly. So start with the bottom one, go in here, and slide it all out here. So as you can see, there are the 2 10mm bolts I loosened in the brake assembly. Put that to the side. There is a spacer that came off when I pulled the wheel off. Same deal with this, it's offset, and this one does have a spacer that goes on the front. So this does go like that and like that when you do reassemble. So we'll set this to the side with its bolt. And now it's time to remove the cover. Now finally we have the cover. As I previously stated, I had already removed the bolts. We've got the wheels off, and this cover should pop off. By the way, be careful with this. I broke mine. I didn't notice. Right here on this panel, there's another 8mm. And that 8mm basically goes through a piece of this panel that goes in between, sandwiched between. I pulled on it and I broke it. I didn't notice that, but pull that off and you shouldn't have any problems. So this cover will come off and I'll show you. This is where I broke the cover that goes sandwiched in between here. I did forget to mention something. Before we removed that cover and the wheels, I needed to basically jack up the generator and get it off its wheels on this side. So I just got 2 bricks, put it under there, and basically that's what's holding it up. And now we got all the covers off, the inverter and the wheels. Now we're gonna go and work inside. Now we're gonna be able to try and get this air filter lid off and the air filter off. All right, now we've got a little bit closer in here, and to be able to pull this lid off, which is held by this retention clip and one down here, you can barely see. This resistor box right here needs to be removed. As you can see, it's already loose. It's also an 8mm head, and I used the 1/4" ratchet with the 8mm to be able to loosen that. Once I broke it loose, I was able to spin it loose with my finger. So let's do that. Okay, set that to the side carefully here. All right, so now we don't have anything else impeding into the airbox lid removal. You'll see though, the bottom, you do have to pull up on the engine a little bit because the clip does come in contact with this bottom plastic tray and it won't let it completely release. So we'll do that first. So on these clips, actually I'm going to demonstrate it on the top where you can see it much easier. Obviously you won't be able to see on the bottom. These clips, they're pressured clips, so you're going to push up on it and they'll unclip. You swing it out of the way. Same deal on the bottom. You see how it didn't come loose? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna lift this up and pull this lid off, all right? Still a tight fit, even after all that removal stuff. So that's the inside of your lid. All right. Okay, so the air filter is held on by 6 8mm nuts, which I've already removed as well, and are these right here. And there will be 3 on each side, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and on the opposite side exactly the same. These 3, you will be able to get them with your impact driver here, 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 or your ratchet with your extension. And the other side, you'll be able to get here, here, and down here, no problem. All right, now that we'd have that pulled off, filter will come right off, and voila, there's your filter. Typical foam filter that comes on lawn equipment, chainsaws, that kind of deal. Rubber seal built into the box here, and the filter does pop right off. So you can go ahead, wash this thing. I recommend Simple Green 50/50. Wash that and then let it air dry. Don't blow it out with compressed air, it'll damage it. And that's it. All right, so we pulled off the close-up of the carburetor and the air filter box, and I just wanted to show you all the parts I've removed to be able to get to the air filter. I think Harbor Freight should have thought that over a little bit better when they put this thing together, and the amount of work that I was going to take to service the air filter. I tried other ways. I tried to get the air filter lid off without removing the side cover that covers this part here, and it just wasn't happening. And I fought with it for like 45 minutes, and I tried to see if I could find a different way, but this is the only way. So I just wanted to let you guys know, give you guys a heads up, and when it's time to service that air filter, now you know what you got to do. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys, the comments and subscriptions, and next video I'll go over doing the oil change real quick and showing that bottom tray, how it was designed to keep mess to a minimum. Thanks for watching, guys.